Hello, I'm Kristin McGrath, Director of Campaign Management at Granite United Way, and this is Living United in the Granite State, a program focused on the work of Granite United Way in the areas of education, income, and health throughout the state of New Hampshire and our various partnerships and initiatives. For today's show, we will be sharing some updates from each of our 6 regions, including events and volunteer opportunities, and a little later we'll be joined by some special guests in a Q&A session about one of our amazing initiatives, Bring It. Granite United Way is a volunteer-led nonprofit organization that seeks and addresses the root causes of key issues in local communities, is accountable for stewardship of resources, and is accountable for short-term and long-term results. Granite United Way covers 80% of New Hampshire, but remains a local presence in our 6 regions: Southern, which is Manchester, Salem, Derry; Merrimack County; Central, Northern New Hampshire, North Country, and the Upper Valley. Granite United Way started its campaign the beginning of the month, and our campaign cabinets are off and running in an effort to help us reach our campaign goal this year of $7.9 million. This year we have some fantastic campaign chairs, including Sean Owen in the Southern region, as well as John Weeks, Joe Kenny in Merrimack County, Cindy Boda in our Central region, and Julia Griffin and Kevin Kober in the Upper Valley, as well as Bill Bedore in North Country. Each year, we gain a handful of loaned executives who are an intricate part of the campaign team. Our loaned executives just finished up an exciting training week and are busy visiting companies and sharing Granite United Way's mission throughout our footprint. Loaned executives are employees lent to Granite United Way by their employers or schools during the fall fundraising campaign. They work at Granite United Way for a few months, and after their loan time at Granite United Way, our loaned executives will have developed professional skills, including public speaking, sales, time management, and great team building skills. We're happy to have Sabrina Gingras from New England College, Sarah DuPont, an MSW candidate at UNH, Tessa Sullivan from Southern New Hampshire University, John Natonga, a Bring It graduate and student at Manchester Community College, and Adriana Santamaria from Lincoln Financial Group as our loaned executives this year. A huge contribution to our campaign every year comes from the local businesses that support Granite United Way by hosting a workplace campaign. These businesses ask each of their employees to contribute to the Granite United Way campaign by choosing to donate a percentage of their weekly paycheck. As an incentive to participate, Granite United Way offers some great raffle prizes every year by contributing only $3 a week to your workplace campaign. That's just $156 a year, and you'll be entered to win some fabulous prizes, including multiple overnight stays at some of the most beautiful inns in New Hampshire, tickets to a Celtics or Bruins game, and even a cruise to Bermuda for 2 donated every year by Cruise Travel Outlet in Salem, New Hampshire. If your company doesn't offer a workplace campaign, you can still be entered to win these great incentives by giving an individual contribution. This can be done online at www.graniteuw.org. Just click the Donate Now button and you'll be prompted to enter your information and your donation amount. Just remember, you must give at least $156 to be entered to win the incentive prizes. If your company does not currently host an employee campaign and you think they'd be interested in sharing one, please contact me at kristin.mcgrath@graniteuw.org. We're excited to announce that in the North Country, we have gained 2 new campaigns this year: Linwood School in Lincoln, New Hampshire, and Connecticut River Bank in Bethlehem, New Hampshire. Another important part of our campaign is our pacesetter companies. Pacesetter organizations lead the way in building a stronger, healthier community by running their United Way fundraising campaigns between mid-July and late September. These companies set the pace for the United Way's annual campaign by building momentum for the community-wide effort to raise funds for local nonprofit, human service agencies, and for initiatives that advance education, income, and health. We would like to thank all of our pacesetter campaigns this year for their continued dedication in leading the way during the campaign. Each year, we kick off our campaigns with a bang by hosting our biggest volunteer opportunity, the Day of Caring. During 2 weeks in September, Granite United Way hosts its annual Day of Caring events. Volunteers in every region mobilize to complete 150 projects for local nonprofits. You can probably still smell the fresh paint. Many of the projects included painting, yard work, landscaping, repairs, and even cleaning up trash from Black Brook and Laconia. Let's take a look at some of the day's events.
This is, bar none, my favorite day of the year when it comes to United Way.
It's very nice to work for an employer that encourages this kind of activity in the community.
Hashtag GUWDOC.
We get to help out somebody that needs some assistance, and we make an impact when we do that in the community.
We're here at the Manchester Community Health Center doing a great painting project, and we're just working really hard to get everything clean and painted up. So we're having a ball.
This is my second year doing Day of Caring, and I love it. It's fun to have people be happy with what we do. It's important to give back to our local communities, and it's just a really nice day.
I've had so many agency directors tell me more gets accomplished in this one day than they're able to do all year long to help people.
Anybody feel like they made a difference today? Because you all did.
Hi, we're GE Aviation in Hooksett, New Hampshire, and United Way Day of Caring means a lot to us to give back to our community.
There are 100 million opportunities for you to give back every day, and we are thrilled that we are able to coordinate you doing that today. But don't let your giving end there. So continue to volunteer in your community. It's really, truly important.
We love United Way Day of Caring.
Hi, I'm Patrick Tufts from the Granite United Way. I just want to say a quick thank you to our volunteers who are out at 150 projects today all across the state of New Hampshire and Vermont. Thank you.
Live United! Live United! Live United!
Day of Caring is a great way to promote the spirit and value of volunteerism, increase awareness of our local human service programming, and demonstrate what people working together for the common good can accomplish in a single day. If you're interested in participating in next year's Day of Caring in 2015, contact us at info@graniteuw.org. Last show, we told you about the free financial capabilities classes being led by the home team here in the Southern region. There is still one class on Tuesday, September 30th. The classes are located at Home Team at 801 Elm Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. If you're interested in attending, please register online at www.hometeamnh.org or call 866-701-9097. Many of our longtime donors are always looking to share Granite United Way's mission in hopes of recruiting first-time or increased gifts. And in two of our regions, we're proud to announce that two of our longtime donors have agreed to a generous donation match. Loyal contributor and Alexis de Tocqueville Society member John Swope has challenged Merrimack County to support the community in a new way. For every new dollar, increased or new pledge, he's willing to match it dollar for dollar up to $25,000. There are 3 easy ways you can help us meet this match in the 2014 campaign. 1, you can make a new pledge. 2, you can increase your 2013 pledge amount. Or 3, you can help us engage a new donor this year. To learn more about how you can help Granite United Way leverage this John Swope Match Challenge, please contact me at kristin.mcgrath@graniteuw.org. Our second match challenge will benefit the North Country. This donor is a lifelong resident of that region and wishes to remain anonymous. They have offered a $10,000 match challenge to increase giving in the community that they deeply care about. What a great opportunity to provide even more support to the initiatives and programs that make a difference in the North Country region. For more information on how you can help Granite United Way meet the North Country $10,000 match, please contact Scoop Welch at 603-524-6864, extension 6, or you can email her at scoop.welch@graniteuw.org. As part of our strategic plan, Granite United Way has been hosting community conversations throughout the regions we serve. These conversations have been informative and a great way for organizations and community members to identify needs that are specific to their areas. Our local volunteers will be using this information collected during these conversations to help guide the investments they make in initiatives and programs. If you'd like to learn more about our community conversations, please contact your local United Way office. At our Whole Village location in Plymouth, New Hampshire, we're able to assist 60 families, a total of 86 children, with school supplies for this year, thanks to Citizens Bank Gear for Grades initiative and the Walmart Fill the Bus campaign. Whole Village supplies were also dropped off at 5 area schools for distribution by the guidance counselors. And in our northern region, we're holding the annual calendar raffle in October. Over $3,900 in prizes are being offered. In the month of October, on Double Draw Mondays, 2 winners will be chosen, and on Biggie Wednesdays, winners have a chance to take home prizes over $100 in value. This year, 700 tickets are available. Tickets are $10 each, or 3 for $25, and can be bought at the Farmers Market, Berlin Marketplace, and the Granite United Way office through September 30th. The last name will be drawn on October 31st. This October, you can get a head start on your holiday shopping at the Power of the Purse auction in the Upper Valley. Believe me, you won't want to miss it. Last year, we had fantastic purses donated by Halle Berry, Jennifer Garner, and even our own Governor Maggie Hassan was among the coveted items. On Sunday, October 19th, 2014, bags of every shape, color, and size, including handbags, purses, sports bags, and wallets from celebrities and famous designers, will go on the auction block. Join us for a champagne brunch followed by a silent and live auction. All proceeds benefit Granite United Way's Women's Leadership Council that is comprised of women from all around the Upper Valley. The Council's mission is to improve the lives of women dealing with addiction and enhance their ability to lead productive lives and strengthen their families. Tickets are $50 per person at 2014 powerthepurse.eventbrite.com. If you're interested in being a sponsor, donor, or volunteer for Power of the Purse, please contact my colleague Katie Kobe. In the Upper Valley region, we're getting ready to launch Workin Bridges, which is a collective approach to financial stability and job retention for low-income wage earners. Workin Bridges is an employer collaborative dedicated to improving workplace productivity, retention, advancement, and financial stability for employees. Too often, barriers such as childcare, reliable transportation, and acute need for emergency financial assistance gets in the way of continuous employment and derails good employees. If you'd like to get involved with your local Granite United Way, contact us at info@graniteuw.org. We're going to take a short break for messaging from United Way, and when we return, we're going to sit down with Hector Uria, John Natanga, and Jody Harper from Granite United Way's Bring It initiative for our Q&A.
One of the reasons we decided to increase our gift this year was really just to be more philanthropic and show the next generation how important it is to make that investment into the community.
United Way is important on so many levels, from the element of reaching out to employees who have an opportunity to give no matter how small. It puts employees in touch with organizations in need. And then the Community Impact Committee approach to allocating funds is a wonderful way to broaden community involvement by getting regular citizens involved in reviewing grants and making funding decisions.
With United Way, I've always appreciated that there's an opportunity for every company and every employee to get involved. It's nice to see employees go out in the community and be able to influence change in their community because they can give each week or with every payroll that they otherwise may not be able to get into the system.
United Way programs are critical. They were there for me when I really needed them to get new clothes for my first professional job. Now I get to give back to my community, and I volunteer on the United Way Community Impact Board.
The Business Club at Laconia High School Hewitt Technical Center has come together to promote drug awareness in our community.
We'd like to thank the Granite United Way supporters for giving us programs like the Youth Leadership.
And one of the things that I work on every campaign is trying to get the young people in our agency involved, and we've been very successful. And it's so refreshing to see that culture of giving growing within our organization.
One of the greatest things about United Way is that the money is raised locally and it stays local. We distribute that money, and the decisions about the distribution of that money are done at a local level, even though it is a statewide agency.
Thank you very much for supporting our 2014 United Way campaign. 22,000 donors and volunteers are investing in the critical areas of education, income, and health to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities all across the states of New Hampshire and Vermont. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Join us and support Granite United Way.
Hello, and welcome back to Living United in the Granite State. My name is Kristin McGrath. I'm the Director of Campaign Management, and I'm very excited for today's Q&A where we're talking about Bring It, which stands for Bringing Refugees, Immigrants, and Neighbors Gently into Tomorrow. And with me are three very special guests. I have Jody Harper, Hector Uria, and John Natanga. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
So Hector, I'll start with you. Can you just share a little bit about the background of Bring It and kind of what exactly that program is?
Yes, well, I would like to explain that how Bring It started, and if you allow me to do it, is that we started, I used to run a program called Alpha, Alliances for the Progress of Hispanics Americans and Minorities at the Boys and Girls Club, and I was looking for a time to have extra time to use a gym. And back in the day, Brendan McCaffrey, a friend of mine before that, he became an assistant principal in Beach Elementary School. I asked him, hey, Brendan, I need more time. And short story is that he said, sure, no problem, Hector. But by the way, Hector, I'm doing something. I would like to do a program. And I go like, what is that? He says, well, it's most likely what you do. I was doing soccer. I was doing hip hop, dance. I was offering for the girls, soccer for the boys, and some girls want to play soccer. They did, but there were not that many. But hip hop was very huge success. We did presentations and stuff like that, and Brandon knew about it. And most of my kids were kids from all over the place, if I can say that way, diverse international community. And then Brendan says, Hector, I'm doing something called Bring It. I go, so what is that? He says, well, it's most likely what you do, Hector. So I told him, so why we don't do this together? Why we don't just change the name of Alpha, maybe, and already have a base. I was doing Alpha through Southern New Hampshire services at the Boys and Girls Club, but I needed more time. And that's how we started to do it. But when we did that, Brendan kind of brought into it a lot of good connections, because he says, Hector, I also would like to bring a help to kids to do their homework. And maybe we're gonna interact with teachers, but also I want to teach. We want to teach also English to the parents of these children that came to the United States and they need to improve their English. And I go, sure, no problem. It was incredible. And then, short story, we brought also the universities. Almost everybody around here came to help us. They volunteer, and one of the persons who came to volunteer with us was back then the day, City Year, and Jody was an incredible asset to the Bring It program, because City Year from that day were the biggest helpers. Southern Hampshire University, UNH, St. Osmond College, they were on top and they were coming and helping the program to be successful.
That's wonderful. So that was back in 2007 when
Yes,
you guys started the
yes.
program. Jody, that was your first year with Bring It, right?
Yes, it was.
So what kind of inspired you to get involved, and kind of how has that changed or evolved over the years?
Yeah, so I started with the program as a volunteer through City Year, like Hector had mentioned, where my team wasn't in the schools in the traditional City Year model. We did office work, so that was kind of our kid time, if you say. And I just fell in love with the program. John was actually a student at the program then, and said the energy in the building was just infectious. I loved being around the students and the people and the staff. I said, this is something I want to be a part of. So I did 2 years with City Year, and my team was the volunteer team at Bring It both nights. And then after my 2 years were up, there was a staff position open as the director, and I said, you know what, this is where I need to be. So I applied, and now I'm starting my 6th school year as the program director for Bring It.
Wow. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of evolution and change in the programming and
absolutely.
what's offered. Can you share a little bit about what happens for kids who go to Bring It today?
Yeah, so now we have a lot of different programs. We have the main piece of what Bring It is the drop-in at Hillside. So that includes soccer, dance, academic support, and really anything else that the kids come needing. And then we, 4 years ago, started a nursing program, which was a really tremendous opportunity for us to work on increasing the multilingual nursing workforce in New Hampshire. So we're taking students that are in high school that are interested in learning about health and nursing, teaching them what is a nurse, where do you go to school, they get first aid and CPR training, and then we do an advanced class where they really kind of take that learning to the next level. And I'm thrilled to say that we have 6 students that are in their Bachelor of Nursing programs right now after having been through our nursing program, which is really exciting.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and we partner with the New Hampshire Art Institute to offer an art class for the students. We work with the Sea Science Center and UNH Manchester to work with STEM and STEAM, so science, technology, engineering, arts, depending on who you're talking to, and math programs, as well as working with Literacy and Reading Plus, really working on these students, whatever they need. You know, we try to provide services for them, because our philosophy when we started was really kind of the soccer, the dance, the fun stuff, they're kind of the carrot, if you will, or one of our community leaders says, well, it's the sugar around the bitter pill. So get them in the door, and then once they're in the door, surround them with as many positive services and people as we can.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Sounds like you've got so many great different things going on there now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's wonderful. And John, you are a Bring It alum.
Oh, yes, I am.
Can you share a little bit about how you first heard about Bring It and what it was like when you participated?
Well, so I came in this country in 2007, and when I first came here, I met 2 friends. One of them, his name is Raja, and the other one, his name is Rifa from Sudan. Mm-hmm. So we became friends, and they introduced me to Bring It, and that's when I started attending Bring It. Because my very first day when I went to Bring It, I fell in love with the program, and from there on, I was every Tuesdays and Wednesdays I was there.
That's wonderful. And what kind of different activities did you participate in when you were there?
I pretty much did everything, but what I did most when I was Bring It was playing soccer most of the time, and sometimes we work with teachers in the homework club, get my homework done and everything.
That's great. And were you able to meet, I'm assuming you've met so many other people through that program, have you been able to stay in touch with some since you've left?
Everybody became my friends, like part of my family.
Yep.
The kids that I made there are the same kids that I still hang out with to this day. Some of them will go to school together at Manchester Community College.
That's wonderful. And that's where you're in school as well?
Oh, yes,
that's where I
am right now.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. We're so thrilled to have all of
you
here. Jody, can you share a little bit about how someone might get involved with Bring It if they wanted to volunteer or participate?
Yeah, for students that are interested in participating in the program, they can just come to Hillside. We're there every Tuesday night and Wednesday night from 5:30 until 8:30. We ask that the high school students can come the entire time. Elementary students and middle school students, we have them leaving by 7 o'clock because we don't want them out too late. Right. So students can come, they sign up, there's an intake form. We have some of our instructors that we're working on getting scheduled, so they'll be heading around to all the Manchester middle and high schools the next couple of weeks. And if folks are interested in volunteering, they can feel free to contact me anytime. The email is great, so it's jodi.harper@graniteuw.org, or people can always like us on Facebook. So we have Bring It After School Facebook page, which is where we post all sorts of information, programs, things that are going on, what's new, and they can send us a message that way too.
That's wonderful. It sounds like you have a lot of partnerships with the schools throughout Manchester.
Oh, absolutely.
Hector, I don't know if you can talk a little bit about the background of how you got those schools involved and what the initial reaction was to the Bring It program.
Well, one of the things that I realized was when I had the program was that we needed to have more communication, if I can say that way, outreach more to the community. And that's when we started to really go for the colleges, but the school itself. The school district was very welcoming to us. Reason why, because we were providing a different approach to kids that came from the international community. And the approach was to fund, like you were saying, to bring them through soccer and other activities, but the main focus on us was to help out with the homework. Besides the homework, this is the part that I think the school district was very interesting. It was that we told them any issues that kids have, please let us know. And we have a lot of kids who speak very good English, some of them not, but we have all the languages, translators, interpreters, whatever you call it, in-house. And it was great because with Brendan, as assistant principal, he knew a lot of these things that we needed to know in connecting with the students in different schools. And he made sure, through the outreach person who was the coordinator, to go to the schools and vocalize what we were doing at Bring It. But also as well, we were talking to the kids with their issues. We got referrals from teachers. The teachers, they volunteer. They came to us. Suddenly we have people who volunteer to us in a lot of people. And that was maybe one of the best connections that we have in one point in time. So the school district was happy to have that because we were really visiting the kids who had issues at other schools also as well. But they came to the program, and then we took it to their office, and we had a supervision section, if I can say it that way, and we explained to the kid maybe it was a misunderstanding. We went to the teachers, sent an email. This is what happens. This is what was going on. So it was, I think, a very good tool, if I can say that way, to the school district to have better communication with this international community.
Absolutely, and a better understanding of kind of the different things that are going on.
Yeah.
John, going through the program, if you were to meet someone that recently moved to Manchester and you wanted to get them involved with Bring It, what would you say about it? What was your favorite part, or what do you think the benefits are of being a part of that program?
I think one of the things that I mostly like there is the diversity. So kids from all kinds of background. When I first came here, then I started attending the program. And I was meeting kids from Spanish kids from Nepal, kids from the Middle East, kids from Africa, but from different countries of Africa. So I think the diversity there is one of the best thing that is there. And if I meet somebody today and want them to get involved in the program, is I think one of the things that I'll kind of tell them to look for is the resource there, the resource they offer there, like getting your homework done. In case you looking to go to college and you need your applications, know how to fill out the applications and everything. They have folks there that are real willing to help you and guide you through whatever you need to get done.
That's great. Well, God, I hope you'll continue to be an advocate for the program with individuals you meet in the community.
Oh, thank you.
Jody, we were talking a little bit about kids getting involved. Is there transportation to and from the program, or how do kids get there?
Yeah, so we do offer transportation because the program is housed at Hillside Middle School. A bus will pick up students at West High School at the Hecker Street entrance at 4:45 for all grades, 4th grade through 12th grade. And then the bus is there again at 6:15 for the high school students. And then the bus goes from West to Beach Street School and picks up students, all grades, at 5 o'clock. And then at 6:30 for high school students brings them to Hillside, and then at 7 p.m., anyone who, high school students that need to go home earlier, or all of the elementary and middle school students go home back to Beach Street School and West High School, and then 8:30, we bus the high school students back to Beach and to West.
Okay, so there's a lot of transportation options for people to get around.
Yep, so that's the busing. Students can come, they can drive themselves sometimes, those that are in high school. Parents can drop them off. We also have students that walk or ride their bikes to the school as well.
That's great. So 7 years later, I just keep thinking, I can't believe you were saying, is this your 7th or 8th school year?
My 8th school year. We start next week, yeah.
So I'm sure that there's been so many changes, as you kind of mentioned, that the program's grown in a lot of ways. Hector, I don't know if you can talk about just the city of Manchester. I know we talked a little bit before the show started, but if you can just share about how you've seen the city changing and how Bring It's kind of been a part of those changes.
One of the things that that in the past, I remember when we started Bring It, and even before that, when I came to work in Manchester, was the negative, I might say, information or understanding from the general population about the refugees and immigrants. And maybe today still people might have different opinions and views about that. But one thing that I know Bring It did help out, it was to, again, I was telling you, to communicate to the schools, to the teachers, and explain to them misperceptions, misunderstanding about culture. And it's about culture more than anything else. To me, there is no such bad student or bad kid. Is let's go and find in depth what is the problem, and then you might find that maybe some misperception. But then obviously there are some kids there who might not behave properly, and there could be for different other reasons. But the changes that I saw in the city of Manchester was to understand better these people. Why? Because we are coming here not to destroy it. And I include myself as an immigrant. We come here to help, to make the city better. And one of the things is that you see today are a lot of our refugee kids and immigrants that are going to college. And he is my friend, and I helped him out. I went with him to the school and trying to register. But not only John, is many other kids who has been doing that. So they start to see that we are a very good force, a vibrant, new force for the city that I think is going to eventually become the new lawyers, the new doctors, the new nurses. And there are people who start to perceive us in that direction, compared than in the past where all negative. Anything that was going on in the city that was done by adults is the refugee or immigrants. And it's not that anymore. And yet, please don't get me wrong, in every part of population in planet Earth, people do bad things from any community, from any race, from any ethnicity. But the city has been changed. I see that it's more positiveness than negativeness compared to the past when people didn't understand and mislead us or misperceive us as we were here to come to destroy and make the city look like bad. It's not that anymore. I think there are enough proof that there are a lot of kids who are going to college from the refugee and immigrant populations that make the people to change that perception. So the city is been progressing, and I hope they're going to continue to progress in that regard. And I hope more than that is that they start to give more chances and opportunities, for instance, for kids to play soccer, to go to dance if it's like the case for hip hop, to go and help them to do the homework. But we need to help, we need people from the community to help United, for instance, to contribute for that, because you are helping this program to keep alive. So if you keep doing that and people are contributing, I think we are doing something positive for the city of Manchester.
That's great. I completely agree. I know that United Way is so thrilled to have Bring It as one of our initiatives and to be affiliated and a part of all the great work that's being done in the Manchester community. Jody, I don't know if you can speak a little bit about the partnership that Bring It's formed with United Way and how that helps the work that you're doing.
Yeah, so Bring It is now technically considered an initiative of Granite United Way. So the support that we're receiving is above and beyond where we used to receive a grant from the community impact process in the past. So I'm technically a Granite United Way employee, as are all of our staff at Bring It. So we are able to receive support around fundraising, around our marketing, and really all of the kind of the muscle that United Way provides in the community, where things are, these are things that we used to do on our own at Bring It before. It's been a great partnership with United Way and the school district to be able to leverage the resources and the funds from United Way to really be able to provide the best services as possible to the students here in the city.
That's great. Well, thank you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you,
for the wonderful work you both are doing. And John, who thank you for sharing your story, but also for helping us on our fall fundraising campaign as an intern at United Way. We love having you. So, and to everyone at home, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Living United in the Granite State. If you want to learn more about the Bring It program, please contact Jody Harper at 603-625-6939 or at jody.harper@graniteuw.org. Thank you again for joining us. Have a great day.